We're back here in the final segment of our program, speaking with Bahamian Trae, Bianca.
It's been so much fun. I can't believe we only have 10 minutes left. There's so much to ask.
For real.
I know that you were just busy at Adventure Learning Center
Yes, ma'am.
with the
that
children.
Was such a great experience, because I got a chance to go with different groups of children. They came in because I believe they have about 4 or 5 different groups of children from the youngest to oldest, and they all come to the poetry class, and they have different segments of throughout their day. And I came in for the poetry class, and it was a different groups of children, and the oldest group presented their pieces to me, and I also did a piece for them, and I talked to them about, poetry and how it impacted my life, because I started to, before I was writing music per se, I was like into poetry. I liked, I really loved poetry, and that was from being in school in English class. From my first was introduced to the topic in school, I was interested in poetry, and I presented a piece for them, and I told them how it impacted my life and how I kept God at the forefront of my career, and just telling them how they should do the same as well, and how they could stay empowered and, grounded in their mindset and mentality for whatever their passion is, because someone has to motivate, because it shouldn't be where we have a lot of people around that are pessimistic. They would say the negative thing first. If someone, the average parent right now, if their child was to tell them, oh, they want to be an artist, they would say, oh, I don't make no money, you ain't need to be no artist. Why would you tell your child that if that's something that they actually said that they want to do? You know what I mean? So I want to be the person to now show them that you can, and tell them that they can, because they can. Anything you put your mind to do, anything you put your mind to, you can make it happen.
Yes, I saw some pictures, and they looked like they really loved you. They were all jumping on top of him. They were so happy. And I also saw some footage of when you went to a school, and the kids were just freaking out, screaming even that he was there.
That was at LW Young when I performed for them. It was really great. And like I said, I always love the support from the people, because it makes me more and more motivated to do more. And it makes me enthused to just say that, wow, I came this far, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I remember we had Cupid on the show before, and he was talking about that another Bahamian artist had come to his class when he was young, and that inspired him to then become an artist. So I'm pretty sure that this would stay in the kids' minds forever,
I hope so.
and
I really
maybe
hope
inspire a lot of them.
Really, really hope so.
I did a show with the late King Eric, the late Ronnie Butler, and I also had a round the table. It was a round table discussion on Bahamian music. Probably 10 years or more ago. And Sammy Starr was there, along with another young man. And there were contrasting points of view in terms of where they thought Bahamian music was going. Okay, you can appreciate King Eric and Ronnie Butler. They had different points of view from the young people, and they were saying, the elderly men were saying that there was not a deep appreciation for Bahamian music in the country. You don't think so, right?
I don't think so at this point now.
Yes. You find that young people are into your music. Do you think you get sufficient play of your music?
Definitely. I just got a voice note yesterday where someone heard my song on the radio, and I was in the car the other day before that where I heard it myself, and I still get excited when I hear my song on the radio too. And I definitely get support from a lot of the radio stations and a lot of the DJs that play the music and stuff too. And well, tell me more about the conversation.
Well, the conversation was that Bahamians are into foreign music. The young people into reggae and music out of the Caribbean and not there. Is that changing? Or has changed?
That has definitely changed, because I feel like once you put out content that people can be receptive to, they will receive it. You know what I mean? If
your music is compelling.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And that's for anybody, you know what I mean? Once you making music that they would receive it. Right now, one of the top ratings rate I feel right now, what song that is really hitting right now is Somebody Got Your Girlfriend on Layaway. Everybody from 9 to 900 is singing that song right now, and they're actually from Turks and Caicos. A lot of people don't know that, but that's a Reagan Scrape song, and everybody loves that song. You go to a party with teenagers, they will freak right out to that song. Same thing with D-Mac when Garland play, they'll freak out and bust everything. You just have to be there and get in touch with the younger people to know that we appreciate it. We just want to know that, you know what I mean, y'all appreciate us as well.
Let me ask these
You know what I
cameramen,
mean?
you know somebody got his girlfriend on layaway? Yes, yeah.
Actually, he has some music coming out, a rhythm coming out with Sammy Starr, right? And Julian.
That rhythm is the Just Like So rhythm, produced by D-Mac. Artists like Sammy Starr, Julian Believe, Benji are all on the rhythm, and I also have a track coming out on the rhythm called Stress Free. It's out now, but it's not on the social media platforms as yet. But it's some of the radio stations are playing it, and yeah. That's one that I have coming out soon for everybody to get on their phones. And
So you work with Julian Believe and Sammy Starr and D-Mac and...
We haven't, I mean, Sammy and Julian haven't done stuff exactly together as yet, but, you know, sooner or later probably. But me and D-Mac, yeah, he produced the beat from the track, so yeah, you know.
He actually did a really great song with Wendy, too. Wendy was on the show.
Yeah, me and Wendy
before.
have a song called Too Young. The song is about a young guy trying to get at an older female, and she's telling him, boy, you too young.
Yeah, she's like, you can't handle me, and he's like...
thing.
Oh, yeah?
That kind of concept, yes.
I gotta start listening to these things.
You can
Fun
find it all on Spotify and Apple Music and stuff like that. You could find them all on YouTube and all those other stuff.
And you have another song coming out, Motion?
Yes, ma'am. I have a song called Motion coming out. It's produced by a producer out of Italy called DJ Merch. And that's going to be released worldwide on August 12th. August 12th, that one is coming out.
That's really great.
So you are making the rounds and trying to get yourself out in the international market, eh?
Through the grace of God, yes, sir.
Yeah.
And not only with the music, but now he's in acting, and he's been in plays
Yes,
this summer.
Yes, ma'am. I did my first play on July 5th and 6th called Struggles and Dreams. Shout out to the Bright Light Production fam, John Eagle and Valiant. They gave me the opportunity to, do my first like official role in like a play. Jaquay, shout out to Jaquay too. He was actually the first one that got me on the stage to get like a feel of it, because he called me to be an extra in a play at one time. It was a little church scene, but my first like official role was in that production at the Struggles and Dreams, and that was about a young man. The storyline was about a young man who basically was in the struggle. He was, it was him and his little brother and his mom. His dad had died, and they were, in poverty, and he had this dream of, pursuing the music. And of course he had, struggles from money-wise and just, living in the environment of the ghetto. Mm-hmm. And he needed an investment for this competition that was coming up. And he ended up having to get the money from a drug dealer, and it went left. And the motive of it was just so great, and it was so amazing, because for a lot of people, if you got to see it, and for the people that did see it, they probably could definitely say that they can relate to it, because it was scenes where the light was off, and the mother was struggling trying to make things happen, and the son was doing what he had to do to wash cars just to, support his mom. And, the youngest son, he didn't really have the best school clothes or anything like that, but he still was trying, and he still wanted it. And that's what it was all about. And it was just basically about, I believe, what John Eagle wanted to get,
Trae, when you came on the show, I wondered if we were able to talk for an hour, but it seems as though we can go for 2 hours.
4, 5, 6. I know. I could do this
Because
all day.
you are very enthusiastic about what you do, and obviously you love your craft.
Yes, sir.
And this is your dream, eh?
Yes, sir.
You're fulfilling a dream.
Yes, sir.
And but you found out that you were interested in music. How old were you?
I found out, the moment I really found out that I was interested in it was I was about 14 when I was in grade 9. And what we used to do in school.
You didn't want you have the intelligence to be whatever you want to be. So you never thought of any other profession.
I actually, when I had so much different things on my mind. I wanted to be a farmer, a pilot. I wanted to be so much different things. But when I was presented to music, it was like, yeah, it's this. It was this. And from I started, the feeling I got from it was just great. And having the opportunity to actually pursue it on a bigger level while I was in high school really showed me that, hey, this is for you. Because if you were able to do all these things in high school, imagine coming out of school with all the time on your hands. You know what I mean?
Did you go through any training at all?
I mean, I could say definitely. Training, I wouldn't. Training in what aspect?
Well, in terms of learning music or
I wouldn't.
the theory of music, or is
I didn't get it.
you're a natural.
I didn't get into the music theory until I was in grade 12 when I decided that I wanted to do the BGCSE. I didn't pass, but I know when I decided I wanted to do the BGCSE for it. But I'm still getting more into the music theory of it, and I could say that the knowledge that I got from what I know now with the music is definitely owed all up to Charlie Brown and Reality for really, taking me under their wing and just showing me from not only the music side but the business side of things and how to conduct yourself, how to get things done, and how to stay sufficient. You know what I mean? So I definitely owe that a lot to them, because if it wasn't for them at that time giving me that opportunity, I wouldn't have had the knowledge that I have now on certain things, and I wouldn't have want to pursue greater, because it was them who said that, yo, you could do this. You know what I mean? And they just showed me how to go about things, and they kept me grounded in that mindset to say, yeah, you can.
Very good.
Yes,
well,
sir.
it's good to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
And I thank you so very much for being here today.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Bianca.
Yes.
What a
thank
good
you.
guest.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for watching and listening to our program. Good evening, everyone.